Have you ever wondered why there are things you really want to do, but somehow, you always get blocked? Have you ever put in all your effort to pursue an opportunity, only for everything to go wrong, fall apart, and ultimately fail? Have you ever thought, could it be that the universe is against you? Or is there an invisible force stopping you from moving forward? But what if I told you that what you see as obstacles are actually a form of protection? What if I told you that some failures are not the end, but rather the universe shielding you from unseen dangers? Stay with me until the end of this video, and you may realize that the things you regret or resent are actually the biggest blessings in your life. We often believe that as long as we work hard enough, we will achieve what we want. But life is not that simple. There is an old saying, if something is meant to be, it will happen no matter the distance. If it is not, even standing face to face won't bring you together. Meaning, what is truly yours will eventually come to you, but what isn't yours will leave no matter how hard you try. Sometimes, you get rejected from your dream job. Sometimes you miss an important bus, a crucial meeting, or even lose a relationship you thought was destined. But have you ever asked yourself, if it was really meant for you, why didn't it happen? Perhaps, if it had happened, you would have encountered something even worse, something you couldn't foresee. The universe has its own way of arranging things. And when a door closes, it's not because you are not good enough, but because it is not the right door for you. A man in Japan once booked a ticket for flight JL 123 in 1985. But on the day of the flight, he overslept and missed it. When he woke up, he was furious, blaming himself for missing such an important trip. But just hours later, he was shocked to learn that the flight had crashed, becoming one of the deadliest aviation disasters in history, killing 520 people. He called it luck, but you might call it fate. In 1985, Steve Jobs was fired from Apple, the very company he founded. For anyone, being kicked out of your own company would be a devastating blow. But that setback led him to create Next and Pixar, which later brought him back to Apple, where he developed the iPhone and iPad, revolutionizing the tech world. Years later, Jobs said, "Getting fired from Apple was the best thing that ever happened to me. It freed me to enter one of the most creative periods of my life." If Steve Jobs hadn't been forced out of Apple that year, the world might never have seen the iPhone. Many people have suffered heartbreak from losing a relationship. You may have thought that person was your everything, your soulmate, but as time passes, you realize that if you hadn't broken up, you wouldn't have met someone better suited for you, or found a happier, freer life. There are moments when things happen, and we see them as misfortunes, but only later do we realize they were actually blessings. So how do you know when a failure is a warning, rather than just a sign that you haven't tried hard enough? Some things, no matter how much effort you put in, just won't work out. If you keep encountering obstacles on a certain path, it might be a sign that you need to stop and reconsider. Your intuition is often more accurate than you think. If something deep inside tells you something is off, it probably is. Wise people do not cling to what is not meant for them. They understand that when one door closes, another, better one, may be opening. There is a saying, sometimes, not getting what you want is a wonderful stroke of luck. You may not see it at the moment. You may feel disappointed, even heartbroken, but trust that if the universe has blocked your way, there is a reason. Maybe it is protecting you from a bigger mistake. Maybe it is making room for something greater. Keep moving forward. Embrace whatever comes your way, because everything happens for a reason. And one day, you may look back, smile, and be grateful for the things that never happened.